everyone present, members, administration, procedural officer. Welcome to the meeting today on the 12th of November 2024. The Standing Committee on Infrastructure, where we will be considering and adopting the draft committee report on the 23-24 annual report deliberations for the Department of Infrastructure and the Western Cape Housing Tribunal. I would like to welcome everyone. If I can maybe ask, just ensuring that everyone is present, if I can just ask the members to introduce themselves, please.
Morning, Chairperson. It's Dave Bryant, member of the committee.
Good morning, Chair. Peter Johnson, member of the committee.
Morning, Chair, colleagues. My name is Francois. I'm an alternative member on the committee.
Good morning. I'm Franklin Bombo, member of the committee.
Good morning, Chairperson and colleagues. I'm Basil Petrus.
I think that's everyone, Chair.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Sorry, my device ran into trouble, so it's busy restarting. So I just connected from my cell phone now. So yeah, I just want to ensure that all the members introduce themselves.
Yes, Chairperson.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And then procedural officer, in terms of apologies, I'm not sure if you have received any apologies.
I've received an apology from Member Heron. He indicated he will not be able to attend the meeting.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Then in terms of the rules of engagement for virtual meetings, I would just like the members to note that Rule 76 lists the rules that apply for the House as well as the committees with necessary changes as required. And all the relevant rules are in the Western Cape Provincial Parliament standing rules. So should any of the members wish to ensure that they are totally up to date with the rules of engagement, I would welcome that you then go and visit that. Procedural officer, if it is in order with you, if we can then move on to the consideration and the adoption of the draft committee report on the annual report, the discussion of the Department of Infrastructure and its entity, the Western Cape Housing Tribunal for the 23-24 financial year. Members, that is currently flighted on the screen. If there's any comments and or inputs from any of the members, if you can please indicate just by raising your hand, please. I do not see any hands currently. Procedural officer, Member Petrus, I see your hand is raised.
Good morning, Chairperson again. Thank you. On that recommendation, Chairperson, about the oversight visit, yes, that one. Mustn't we have a outcome for that visit? And aren't we supposed to put it in here in the recommendation? Something like to see the extent of what's going on there and to come up with proposals how to deal with it and other problems.
Thank you, Member Petrus. From my understanding, procedural officer, you can just assist if I'm wrong. The recommendation or the actions supporting the inputs that we had from the department and the presentations from the department, that basically now means that we will be conducting oversight visits to some of the projects that was delayed due to extortion. So these, and you'll hear later on when we get to point number 7, the recommendations and actions, we will now be identifying some of these areas, and oversight visits is then to follow to those areas. And after we've done those oversight visits to these specific projects, we are then formulating a recommendation upon the conclusion of the oversight visit. Procedural officer, if you can just maybe confirm that.
That is correct, Chairperson. The recommendations as it stands here is just the intent of the committee in terms of what the committee foresees to do in the possible future, and then also for documents that they would like to receive from the department. So this is just the intent, and then the factual information on these particular issues like here. Once we draft the letter to the department, we'll tell them what it is that we want to see, where we want to go. And then we create our own recommendations after we have conducted the oversight visit to these areas. I hope that answers the member's question.
Thank you very much, procedural officer. Member Petrus, is that in order?
Chairperson, you know, Chairperson, I will not agree with it, but for progress sake, let's continue.
Thank you very much, Member Petrus. Yeah, I think it's important that these, and we'll see with at point number 7 that we discuss the oversight visits and when and how we do it, and that then those inputs from those engagements then comes as a resolutions also to the committee. Is there any further inputs that from any of the members? Or can we get a can we get someone to adopt this document? Can we then take it as adopted? Member Mbombo?
I'm raising to adopt it, Chair.
Thank you very much, Member. It is appreciated. A procedural officer, we can
Seconder.
Can I get
second, Peter Johnson.
If we can then, procedural officer, move over to the Yes, the consideration and the adoption of the draft minutes for the meeting of the 9th of October 2024. Member Mbombo, I see your hand is raised.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I just want to open that.
Go on, I'm putting it down.
9. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, presiding officer. You can move down. I assume that that the members have read through these documents and these minutes. The resolutions is that we as a committee resolve to invite Communique to brief it on its current challenges and tenants' complaints, after which the committee resolved to conduct an oversight visit to Communique's housing rental apartments, and 4.1.2 conduct an oversight visit to the projects that were delayed due to extortion. That was also there. And then 4.2, that the committee recommended the Department of Infrastructure implement training programs for members of the public to create awareness of their rental rights and responsibilities. What I think is very, very important, considering the challenges that we heard from the tribunal. Is there any further inputs and or deliberation from any of the members? Alternatively, if I can get a proposer and a secondment for these minutes, please.
I'll propose Chair, Member Peter Johnson.
Thank you very much, Member Johnson. If I can get a member to second that for me, please.
Funding Chair.
Thank you very much, Member Mbombo. We then can move over to item 6, which is the consideration and adoption of the draft committee minutes of the meeting that was held on the 10th of September. That is currently flighted on the screen. Presiding, if you can be just move down. Your officer. And that is consideration that was
This
was this also only
the Western Cape Rental Housing Tribunal, Chair. So there was no actual resolutions that were made. We basically just adopted the minutes, and we had a report on who was nominated or recommended for the appointment of ordinary member to serve on the Western Cape Rental Housing Tribunal.
That is correct, yes. And there is the recommendation, and I know that we handled in that meeting. Is there any? Can I get a proposer and a secondment on this as well, unless there's any further inputs that any of the members would want to make?
Propose we adopt, Chair.
Thank you. That was Member Bryant. A secondment.
And that concludes the adoptions, Chairperson.
Okay, thank you very much. So we move over to the recommendations. So any members that wish to give any specific recommendations, myself and the procedural officer had a couple of conversations pertaining to oversight visits that will start to take place from early next year, first quarter of next year, as per the recommendations that we have, and then also looking at a form of a cluster visit, or we will be joining up with another department, and the idea would be to visit municipalities that are currently struggling with regards to the infrastructure, the maintenance thereof, and the implementation of new infrastructure to ensure that we can, in terms of housing possibilities, etc., in the future, understanding the work that needs to be done by some of those municipalities, and then also looking, visiting a couple of municipalities where some of these projects have been successfully, where certain infrastructure projects has been successfully implemented. So that will then also, yeah, I would like to put that on as a recommendation. Procedure officer.
Yes, Chair. I will do so. Are members in agreement with having this placed on our parliamentary program for next year after, let's say April? I will do the business plan and I will circulate it to members.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Member Bryant, I see your hand is raised.
Thanks, Chair. I have no problem with those recommendations. I just also want to make another recommendation to go with that, and that's that we get a presentation from the SAPs and the Hawks on the ongoing alleged extortion activities on sites, as well as the status of land invasions on provincially owned sites and the impact that that is having on the infrastructure projects. I just propose that we invite them to a meeting, preferably within the first term. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And I am in full agreement of that. I've done a couple of statements on that, so yeah, I definitely support that. Procedure officer.
I've got that down as a resolution, Chair.
We've got that down as a resolution as well. Any other members that would like to make a recommendation? Member Petrus. Member Petrus, you can just unmute yourself.
Chairperson, yes, I don't want to be difficult. Mustn't we speak to the committees or the people who are responsible for the security matters in that first, so that they can guide us on how to deal with it, rather than we go direct and speak to the Hawks and police and all that stuff? Because we have a standing committee that also deal with security matters and the law and all that stuff, and must speak to them also and see how they can assist us.
Member Petrus will definitely follow that route, ensuring that we understand. I do know that from the sittings and from the statements from the security sector as well as infrastructure itself, multiple mentions was made towards what is currently taking place with regards to the methods that is currently underway. So we'll have the proper procedure, go through all the correct channels. But there was definitely mention made, towards all the activities that, or all the measures that is currently underway, trying to save and expedite those specific projects. So I think what we'll have is a all-inclusive type of engagement with all the various role players, and understanding the role that each of those role players are taking or having in the actions in trying to save those projects. Member Bryant?
Yeah, Chair, thanks. I understand Member Petrus's point, but just, and I think the procedural officer can clarify this. Any committee is entitled to request anybody to come and present to them from any of the agencies. So yeah, we are more than entitled to request the Hawks and the SAPs to present to us. But it might be a nice idea, as you mentioned, to see if the Police Oversight Committee would like to be a part of that meeting, and make it a joint meeting, perhaps. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Procedural officer?
That is correct,
And for your-
Chairperson. Committees can invite whomever they wish to come and present to the committee. Also, we can invite the Police Oversight Committee to attend our meeting and to sit in to hear what is presented. So it is correct that, yeah, we can request that whomever come and present to the committee on the issues that the committee would like to raise.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Pia. So that recommendation is then taken as such. Any other inputs or any further deliberation? Does not seem like we've got any further recommendations. Pio, thank you very much. Members, thank you very much for joining. The recommendations and the actions will then be documented and be sent out to all the members, and the PO will start communicating potential dates and the put it on the program. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining, and this meeting is then adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, members, for attending. Have a good day. Chair, I'll be sending you the minutes for signature.